we don't say no to that rain. I loved it.
You know what? And honestly, the rain that we had, some spots got to kick back some of that drought, including us, where we went from an extreme drought now down to a severe drought across the metro, which is great. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's really fantastic because we've had that extreme drought lasting for so long over this summer because we've really seen a lot of dryness. This is one of our driest monsoon seasons on record in the last several years. Now, looking back into the Roswell area, well, for our friends down there, they have a lower rain chance today, only about a measly 10% chance of a stray shower or storm. In fact, it's still going to be more feeling like summer out there as they get temperatures right around the upper 80s by that peak heat of the day this afternoon. Now, for the rest of us across at least the northern half of the state, well, temperatures ranging anywhere from the 60s for some in those elevated areas. Now only into the lower 80s for us here in the metro. 83 is our high for us here in the metro today. Notice that really is on par for where we should be for this time of year. But some of our friends down in the southern half of the state will still need to be a little bit more on that heat safety awareness side. Down into Carlsbad, still seeing temperatures this afternoon right in the lower 90s. But if you're really wanting that rain chance today, unfortunately, I think it's a lot lower for a majority of the state today. Really, the best chance of rain is in the southern portions of the state, as that's where we really only have just some little bit of some moisture lingering for our friends in the southern portions of the state. The northern 3/4 of the state remaining a little bit more on that dry side today. So what radar could look like as we get into the afternoon. Notice that even a lot of spots in the northern half of the state also remaining a lot more on that cloud-free side, including us here in the metro. I think maybe if we were lucky enough to get at least a couple pops of clouds out there, it may help at least bring in a little bit less of that temperature. But notice by the afternoon to evening, a lot of the state remains dry. I think really the southern portions of the state have the best potential, and it's really going to be hit or miss for a lot of folks. In fact, our best rain chance for us here in the metro, and it's only going to be a low chance, really comes as we get into the day tomorrow and even for Saturday as well. But for some portions, again, in the southern half of the state, again, really low rain chances today, only a 10 to maybe 20% chance as we close out the rest of this work week. For friends in Silver City, though, we'll watch for a little bit higher chances once we get to about Friday to even Saturday as well. We're watching a low pressure system well off to the north and west, really closer to the Alaska area. That may bring in at least a little bit of some better moisture return. But even Farmington over the next few days, still remaining a little bit more on that dry side. Las Vegas as well, only maybe a little bit of few pops of clouds out there this afternoon. Temperatures across even the North Mountains in the upper 60s to the lower 80s. Great day for us across portions of New Mexico, feeling a little bit more like fall for some. And again, for our friends down in the southern half of the state, still feeling a little bit more like summer today. For us here in the metro, again, I think for the most part, I think maybe we may get at least a little bit of some pops of clouds out there. Temperatures ranging anywhere from the lower 80s up to the mid 80s.